That night, there's not the worries on your mind. You can leave them all behind.
Hey,
Oh my goodness!
Welcome everybody to the
Oh, that was live.
pregame. Yeah, they said it was live. I
oops.
thought you didn't sing. If you were singing, you knew why we were live.
I didn't even know. Way to sneak that in,
Um,
Moose.
Crafty people over here. Welcome everybody to the pregame. I don't. Is it the pregame? This is
The tailgate pregame.
Tailgate.
It's
No, this is the pregame. The tailgate was just a minute ago. Yeah.
Tailgate was just a moment ago where you missed the real singing. That's what happened.
The music.
Yeah. We can listen to music here if you like.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what you got.
I mean, why not? I don't know if you dance, you sing.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob says, so we meet again.
I'm sorry.
So we meet again.
There we go.
That's
for the last time. For the first time. For the last time.
I'm showing off again. I apologize.
What's that from?
Yes, I know. What is that from?
Spaceballs.
Oh,
yeah.
So many classic lines in that one.
I know.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we have? We got some stuff to talk about. Some hodgepodge of social media, along with all these other things there. I apologize for sounding a little under the weather for you guys tonight. I thought I'd put on my real voice.
And here I am.
There you go.
I apologize.
You don't sound as nasally as you thought you did.
Oh, he's already jumping right in.
Hey, man, come on, Rob. You know how this works, Rob. Come on now.
Rob, don't spoil it yet, because we still have this graphic to talk about.
We're gonna start calling him Dave Clark.
hey, Rob, I want you to know there's no games on tonight, so you don't have to rush tonight. So you can go ahead and save that comment for later on in the podcast.
Taking care of the Knicks, people.
Yeah, the Knicks aren't playing, the Mets aren't playing, Yankees aren't playing, none of that stuff. So you're good.
I put on my my Florida State bucket for everybody, just so I don't know why.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know why.
I think the girls won like softball tournaments, so that's all I can count. Right?
Did they?
I don't know. I may have made that up as well.
You may have made that up?
Yeah.
It's possible.
May have
made it up on the fly.
But we do have I want to get to this graphic a little later on. Don't worry, Rob Clark, we're going to be talking about that. I'm disappointed, to say the least, in some of these picks that these fellow podcasters pick for this. This point, yeah. But
he made the comment. That's why he's in there. Says they're not doing too well right now. And then what's sad is to the team they're losing. That's even worse.
Who, the Indians?
The Braves.
Sorry, but I read that, but they lost. I only remembered an Indian. So the Braves actually stole the Florida State chant. I just want to make that clear. Yes, they stole that. Yeah, and I think the Chiefs did it as well, and somebody else did. I'm pretty sure.
I know a lot of teams chants, and I got to tell you, I think that's probably top 2, if not top, chants of sports.
That's true.
It's just
my favorite is Who Let the Dogs Out. That's my favorite.
That's not
that's not a chant.
Oh, that's not a chant. My bad.
Team chant. Yeah, it's got to be unique. Classic. Made up by somebody in the organization. Okay. I'm just saying.
What's the best? Is it?
You have 90
Florida State.
Well, I know. Well, I don't know all of them.
So. Game God loves like a JETS. Jets.
That's right. That's right. There you go. Yes, do it.
It doesn't do it, because when you're in a stadium with 90 to 110,000 people, not exaggerating, and they're all doing the same thing, it's incredible.
It's incredible. And they get a melodious type sound with the war chant. It's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're just going to get out our tubas and blow. Like we're doing the
there you go. Yes, Rob. That's right. See, Rob's a Jets fan too, so
I know. Well, that's why I gave it to Rob too. I knew somehow.
Yes, Jets.
The last two fans right here.
Hey, by the way, but here they are. You found them, Mike. Here they are.
Here we are.
Hey, they can tell good old stories from back in the day in 1962 where they chanted that in the stadium, and it was awesome. So
you got
the game guy was
jokers.
what, 16 then?
Oh my goodness! Look at the other
18,
guy.
18, I believe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't let the gray hair fool you. I put this in myself.
Just
Hey,
don't
so
let the gray hair fool you. It's the only color they had.
Yeah.
I got a little show and tell real quick before we get.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please.
So this requires Mike's participation in this one.
Okay.
Little does Mike know. Magic Mike, go ahead, participate for me.
This
Magic Mark. Hey, can you
drum roll?
I need you to showcase your shirt.
Oh, you have
yeah.
a shirt? Oh,
Look at
what is
that.
that? Oh.
That shirt is nice. Look at
I
that.
think I have a drum roll.
You know what? What was that? Somebody sneezed?
Is that
Kazoo tight.
Yeah.
Kazoo tight. There's a Ziploc bag. So that shirt is cool, but what's cool is
Oh, nice.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Tell me this. Is this part of the new lineup of like Hot Wheels or no?
No. This
No,
is
no,
actually,
that's a serious question.
no, this
Hot
is,
Wheels
you
came out with this new line, and they actually have two figures. They have a Luke and R2 that fit inside there.
So no, this is you remember when I bought all those when I got a Hobby Lobby?
Oh, you put one together. Okay.
Yes, this is
Oh, it's a
this
model.
is Red 5. Yep, this is
Very
Red 5.
nice.
Standing by.
Yeah, so
Nice.
really,
very
really
nice.
cool. Yep, really cool. And the stickers were what took me the longest because they make the smallest stickers. By the way, if you can't see it on camera, but the guy sitting in the cockpit, he has the emblems on his helmet. They were the smallest stickers on there. Like I felt like I was like,
when you have small hands like that, Game God, you're able to do that easily.
yes.
Me on the other hand, it's my fingers. They will not do that. They're just too.
Oh,
large.
you got paws. You got paws, you know.
Yeah, you can't. It won't do it. So I don't know how you did it, but I'm thankful that you did.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of this one. This is really nice, and it actually makes it pretty exciting because I have a AT-AT Walker to put together, and I'm looking forward to putting it.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
I like that. Thanks for sharing.
I just want you to know that was unplanned. He wears his X-wing fighter shirt there. That was unplanned. So great job, Mike.
All right.
Thank you, Magic Mike, for wearing this.
Yeah,
shirt.
absolutely. I knew it was the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah, of course.
You guys ready for my show and tell?
Oh yeah,
let's go. What you got?
30 seconds.
I just picked this up recently.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Yes,
No way.
Yes. Magic Mike, I hate to be the spoiler of bad news. That's a copy of the one that I have. So
I know you do have one. That I do know. And then here's the other side.
Nice.
This is
awesome.
Pretty sweet there.
I love that. Yes.
That is
Well,
nice.
turn it on the other side again. Turn it on the other side, please. Yes. Look at that.
I would love to know where you picked that up from.
I bet you would.
And he shan't say. He shan't say.
They never have anything good though. They never have anything good.
I know.
Not for you.
That's funny. All right, well, let's get this program started. I'll attempt to do this with again, apologies, if we
Just
have
press
little,
buttons. Just press
hiccups.
buttons.
Yeah, there's too many buttons to press, so you have to get used to all these wonderful buttons.
The funny part is that they have pictures on them.
Some of them do. That's correct. It's not that. It's there's just so many of them. You got to figure out.
And don't press the one that says "Do not press." Okay, just want you to know.
Eject. Just like that.
There you go. That's the one.
All right. All right. Well, let's
right on the set.
Let's do this. If you have Disney Plus, you've seen I Am Groot and the shorts. We're going to talk about it tonight, along with The Gray Man, who was trending pretty heavily over the past couple of weeks on Netflix. Resident Evil also on Netflix. Oh, and Tales of the Walking Dead. Is it too late? We're going to talk about that. But first, let's get into the normal routine.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi. And here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. We are here giving you the best sci-fi content and sometimes non-sci-fi content in the world, on the planet. So if you're a geek, thanks for joining.
Hey, what was that stat line you read recently, Moose, about being the #1 podcast?
#1 podcast in the state of Florida. We were trending in another state. I won't tell you which state, but that we'll have those results coming soon. So yeah, you can't beat that, right? #1 podcast.
You cannot beat that. Absolutely.
All right. Well, there's a lot to get to tonight, but I wanted to start the show off with some social media posts that we did last week. We had a post that came in to the station, and I'm gonna share it with you guys here. Hope you don't mind.
Share away.
I'll do my
By the way,
best.
that social media guy, he's good, man.
So look at this. So this
changed.
is it. This is it right here. Yeah, we hired a new one. So here it is right here. This is the clip. So you can keep 4 out of these wonderful shows. Okay. All right. So what show are you keeping, Magic Mike?
Oh man. Well, Turtles #1. Keeping
really?
Turtles. Okay. I am keeping Turtles because there's for me there's a lot of experience with that. There's some history with that makes it personal.
Tonight, I dine on turtle soup.
So I got again as you post up Rob's. This is G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Transformers, and He-Man. But yeah, I go with Turtles. Going with Transformers. You have to pick Transformers, and all of these they have to be one of those, right? No comment. Okay.
I'm saving mine.
No, I mean there was a question, but yeah, you have to keep Transformers. And believe it or not, I'm picking DuckTales. I just gotta tell you, there's something about DuckTales that I remember the song, and it just sticks out in my mind often. As soon as I read this, I was like, DuckTales, exactly.
Those are look. This list is dynamite, and it's difficult to pick 4, or is it? Game God. You pick the 4 if you could only keep 4.
So Transformers, absolutely. They've always had the wrong icon though. It should be a Decepticon.
No, it's the right
icon.
Right.
So Transformers for sure. Transformers for sure. Oh, Alex in the chat room says he's got 3 for 3 so far. So let's see what's going on there. So Transformers, Thundercats, gotta get Thundercats in there. That's iconic. My eyes changed. So. So
thanks for the visual.
The other one that's an iconic one for me is Voltron, man. Voltron. In my eyes, they wouldn't be Power Rangers without Voltron. That's just my eyes.
True. This is true.
So
all right,
and I got one more.
But he didn't let me. Moose didn't let me pick my 4th one either. So I guess we're just.
I didn't.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought I did. My bad. Go ahead, Magic Mike. What was your?
It was Thundercats. Actually, that was the 4th one.
Oh, okay.
Did your eyes change too?
Yes, they did.
No, I fell asleep wanting to get to mine, I think.
Wow. Ouch.
Hey, so my 4th one, I just let my shirt tell it right there.
What is it? You're not on camera,
we can't
sir.
see your shirt, but thank you.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yes, the real Ghostbusters, not the other one. The real Ghostbusters.
This doesn't say the real Ghostbusters. This says just Ghostbusters. So okay, all right, I get you. Okay. Look. This was a very difficult to keep only 4 in my opinion because like Rob says specifically, look, how could you go wrong with G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Transformers, and He-Man? I mean, you cannot go wrong. Those are iconic characters, classic programs, and it just makes sense. Now, with that being said, I did leave one of those off of this list. And I went with
who did you betray?
I know. I feel bad about doing it too. So my list, of course, includes Transformers. And by the way, Alex in the chat room says Turtles, DuckTales, Transformers, G.I. Joe, or Thundercats.
No. Wait a minute, Alex. You can't pick 5. Come on, man.
That's
you can't
wrong.
do it either or. You gotta pick one.
Yeah, you gotta leave one off the list.
Yeah, we'll give you time to think that over.
Come back to us. All right. So I had to leave off He-Man and G.I. Joe, and that pained me.
That's 2 of them. Wow.
Hey, the knife. Take it out of their back. Oh my goodness.
So I picked.
I'm your best friend, but I won't save you.
Transformers, Voltron, Thundercats, and the almighty Super Friends.
Super Friends. So you know, so
I love G.I. Joe. I just love it, and unfortunately, it was difficult for me to leave them off. It really was, because I hated it, because I love G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe, and I left them off for Super Friends, and that's really what happened. It was either between G.I. Joe and Super Friends for me.
Yeah,
well,
and just like Voltron, I left Voltron off, but that was tough. Leaving Voltron and He-Man off for me, that was tough. It really was. Like you said, it was hard to pick 4.
So here's the problem I have, just with that one pick. Not problem for me, not for you, obviously. I don't remember any of the music for Super Friends, so I just don't know.
You do. Give me a break.
No, I don't remember it. I need you to hum it for me. I don't remember it first.
Can't hum it. I can't hum it.
Yeah, sing
but
it
I will
then.
play it. I will play it for you.
Yeah. So I'll give you some elevator music there, but I can't for the life of me.
I'm gonna hide my graph.
Yeah,
G-Force is missing. Yeah, that G-Force was another great one, Rob. You're right.
G-Force was good. I mean, Super Friends was great. It was Super Friends. It was.
Well, when you said Super Friends, I thought it was Amazing Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. That's what I thought it was. I was like
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Iceman and Firestar. No, it's
Firestar. So the other one that's missing on there is Silverhawks, man. Come on, man.
Silverhawks.
So there's a bunch of good ones in.
There's quite a few actually, because we don't see X-Men on there either. So
this is a little further back, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So what I will attempt to do, and as you know, YouTube is great for this.
Captain Planet.
We're gonna try just to get the intro right here. All right, let's just see if there's we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna click play.
There's a paid advertisement.
Right? Yeah. Nope, there's not. All right, here we go.
All right, so
in the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Superman.
Come on, you don't remember this?
I do.
Wonder Woman.
This ain't even an intro music.
Yes, it is.
Batman. Aquaman.
I can't do
it. Are you kidding me?
And those 3 junior super friends, Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog. Their mission
Come
was to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
That looks like that's a PSA.
Oh no! Come on, that's perfect. Come on,
that's hey, wow. Hey, kids, don't do drugs and say hi to your friends. That's a PSA.
It's just one of those things where Super Friends, I could not leave that off. I can't tell you how many times I watched that as a kid.
Obviously, Game God didn't, because it didn't ring a bell to him at all. Because he's talking like he's never seen it before.
No,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
this is crazy. Yeah. So anyway, Rob,
great now wasn't great back then.
Thundar the Barbarian. Hey, just for fun, I saw something recently, because I have this subscription to one of these like animation cartoons, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s kind of thing. And but it was Captain Cave.
Oh yeah, I remember him and Son.
So I've been watching Captain Caveman recently, just on in the background, and man, I tell you, first of all, I recognize a lot of voices in that, and secondly, I love Captain Caveman. I forgot how much I loved him till I watched him.
Great stuff.
I forgot about him until you just brought him up.
Yeah. Well, he had a son, so I love the son too.
Matter of fact, I think about changing my my Xbox profile name to Captain Caveman. And every time I go into a battle into a fight, I'm just gonna scream out on my my mic, Captain Caveman. Anyway, and then I'll say something like "Unga Bunga," like
And
that.
then,
I'll do that.
Game God will be on there playing with you and say, "And
like
son."
And son. That's right. And son.
That's it. That's it. Anyway, let's get on to the topics. Thanks for indulging us, guys, with the visual. And for those listening on the podcast, you have to check out the social media app and try to see which one that you would keep. All right, let's start this round robin. We'll start with let's do I Am Groot. It seems like it fitting to be the shortest of the 3 or 4 topics that we have there. I Am Groot was released in Disney Plus, a series of, I believe it's 5 shorts.
Is it?
Correct.
Is that
It's
right?
a total of
5 or
10,
6?
but it's 5 right now. Yes.
Oh, well, okay. I saw the 5 that were released, and they're about, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, they're about 2.5 minutes long, and the credits are about
3 minutes,
14
minutes long.
Yeah,
There you say, yeah.
6-minute runtime
Listen.
with a 2-minute short.
I gotta
Yeah,
tell you guys, these shorts were shorter than John Stockton's basketball shorts when he used to play on the court. I'm
my
telling you,
goodness.
it was. I felt like I don't even know if I enjoyed it, and I was like, "What did I like it or did I not like it?" I had no idea because it was done so fast. I wasn't sure what I was watching. I did not enjoy these. It didn't do anything for me. As a matter of fact, I was watching with somebody younger, and they kept looking at me. They're like, "Is this it? Is this it?
It's over?
Is this it? Is this what we're watching?" So, and she's a huge fan of Marvel specifically. So, I don't know. I don't know what you guys thought, but I did not enjoy it. I didn't think I would when we talked about it before, and I wasn't wrong.
All right, Game God, what do you think?
So I turned it on. You know how you get like a little 30-second intro for Marvel, right? You know, the whole intro. So I said, let me go get my drink. Let me get me some chips. I came back. The episode was done. Like, what's going on? Like, so, you know, to your point, it was so short. But, you know, I do got a couple of gripes. One, they're not all together. Is they all like episode? It's like you can't even stream them together. Like one watch one, because it would have been done in 10 minutes. The other piece is they feel dated for me. It feels like they made these. They maybe might have planned to do something bigger. They left them on the cutting board, like the 50 episodes that we have on the cutting board somewhere. And they say, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and release this as a compilation side B. And put it out. I mean, listen, we can do the same thing, you know. We can we can put all our episodes together and we'll have another 300 episodes B-side, you know. Listen, I wasn't entertained. I didn't like it. I think it quite frankly, I thought it was dumb, to be honest with you. And if this is what they thought could, you know, kill some time between Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, man, someone should have planned for 4 episodes because this wasn't good.
All right. Well, I think you're onto something with the maybe they just had it on the back burner somewhere and decided that, okay, we need something to come out, let's release it. It did seem a little dated. Not the animation per se or the CGI.
Right.
But the fact that baby Groot or teenage Groot is not teenage Groot, or, you know, like, is this,
I think it was toddler
really,
Groot.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed really weird, the timing of that. And maybe not. If they decided that, oh, this would be a great idea, maybe we'll sell some products for Groot. You know, it was cute, but it wasn't something that you go, hey, put it on your to watch list. Because trust me, when you put it in, you'll go, that was it. That was all I get. That's it. But it was cute. But that's about all I'll say about it. It's cute, and go from there. You will not miss it, and you won't think of it again later on. I mean, it won't cross your mind.
There wasn't enough content to even sell toys.
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, I think they sold all the toys they had.
Yeah.
They sold it before the episode was done.
Yeah, if it was released when the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, well, then now you had something.
Yes.
And then now you had something, but now it just doesn't seem to resonate for me.
I think what they thought was at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they had that intro, the initial episode, the initial piece with toddler Groot. Some people thought it was funny. I didn't enjoy that piece of it. Some people did, and they thought, "Oh yeah, this must be great." We had a lot of comments about it. That's only because it was part of the movie, not a standalone.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the whole thing with that whole intro, a lot of people love that intro. You're probably listening to this podcast thinking, "What? That's one of the best intros." And a lot of people rate it as one of the best intros, Marvel intros. I rate it as one of the worst.
Yeah.
To me, it just doesn't hold water. And it's just, I mean, Game God, you disagree?
I'm wondering why we're still talking about it. We spent more time talking about this than the actual 5 episodes put together. This it's a waste of time. It's a waste of. I sat down watching. I was so disappointed. I'm like, this is an indication of what's happening with Marvel. They're just, man, it's not good. I feel like we're watching CW all over again with DC.
You know, that kind of brings up something else that you're talking about, like Marvel's trying to reinvent themselves. Maybe you're saying that's what's going on with Marvel, but you know, on the social media piece that we put out there as well, we talked. There's a rumor, not a rumor, actually, it's confirmed, I believe, by our sources. They're going to reintroduce Tony Stark as a younger Tony Stark, and the question I have is, why? Is it because they're not doing well, or is it because they think that being a younger one is going to be a good thing? I don't know the answer, but it feels like they're trying to bring back. They're starting to lose some ground, as Game God was saying, and they go, okay, oh well, you need to get Tony Stark back. Let's bring in a young Tony Stark. And by the way, do you know who's being rumored that it's a possibility?
I can't believe it, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tell me.
None other than Joseph Quinn or Mr. Eddie Munson himself from Stranger Things.
Listen,
as a young Tony Stark.
I recognize the guy from Stranger Things. I think he did a great job when he was in Stranger Things. He's living the best of his life now with, doing the Metallica piece. He's really hit a pinnacle point at this point, right? And I don't want to take anything away from the guy. I don't know him prior to Stranger Things, so it's not fair to really judge him at that point. So I'm only judging him on Stranger Things. So I think he did a great job in the short time he did with Stranger Things. Now, does that warrant for me to fill the shoes or the little shoes of Tony Stark done by RDJ? No, I gotta tell you right now, this is possibly the worst thing that Marvel can do with the MCU universe ever. I think, and they've done some horrible things. Eternals, Inhumans, they've done some things like that.
WandaVision.
No, what are you talking about? You almost got me.
We almost got me.
You almost got me. But I think this is prime mistake. Nothing against Joseph Quinn. I think he's, like I say, did great in Stranger Things, but I don't even think if they did go with him, he fits it. I don't think he fits it. I don't.
Well, I got news for you. I think this guy looks a lot like a young RDJ. I think if you if you even look back at pictures of RDJ when he was younger, this guy fits the bill. I don't know if his acting chops can pull it off, but I think he looks a lot like a young Tony Stark. That's just my opinion.
Do you think this is a good idea to bring Tony Stark back in?
I mean, if you need revenue, and this is the way to do it because he's a popular character, and you need to sell some toys with Iron Man, then this is a great idea. But I just don't think I don't know if he has the acting chops for it. So that's the bigger question to me. He does look like a young Robert Downey Jr. He really does.
But Rob says it best. They better use the variants to bring back the originals. I agree with him. Why are we trying to remake the character or show a younger version?
The issue, I think, is twofold. And one is, can you get those originals back? Are they just done and kind of tired of doing the same old stick? Or is it time to move on? Is it time to carry on? Because they are getting older, and you can't run with them forever. I love the variant piece because you can pull from any Earth you want, any timeline, any multiverse. Like just pick one. Oh, you want that guy? Get him again. Almost seems too easy. So, kind of like Flash, where it's like, it's Force.
2 seasons were good. 6 seasons is not.
9 seasons. But anyway, I think he could look like the part, but I don't know if he can act the part. That has yet to be, in my opinion. I'm waiting to see that piece.
Well, and that moves to your point. I can see what you're saying with the look, but the acting chops. You have to have the way that RDJ brought Tony Stark to the screen was just completely different than what we've seen. It's just like Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. There's just certain things that you just go, we're not going to change that because of what they brought as actors.
Yeah.
Oh, original Avengers with new actors. Okay.
That would be okay if you went with a completely different, a completely different direction. I'm okay with that. But just don't give me a lot of it. Speaking of new actors, I know we haven't got on the topic yet, but Giancarlo Esposito, there was a post that we put up about him wanting, or there was some rumor about he could play, a big person in the Marvel universe. and one of those big people, like Dr. Doom, Professor X was the one, and that's the one that people keep sticking to. Could he play a Professor X? Well, I forgot what the other one was, but I don't see him as Professor X unless it's in an alternate universe.
Oh.
I see him more as a Dr. Doom all day.
Moose, I'm right there with you. This is exactly the same place I see, and it's because I don't see him as a good guy. Period. And actually,
Exactly.
and I've seen some fan art. He actually looks more in the fan art. He looks more like a Borg because he's got little different things. It's like first thing I thought was, oh, he's Borg. But I see him like you said, Dr. Doom, but a Mr. Sinister. I can see him as a Mr. Sinister. He would be good in that role.
Well, so the other person you wasn't thinking of, Moose, was Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, Freeze. Yeah.
So
he would do a good job there with that. I think he could pull that off. The original, Dr. German, I forgot what his first name is. But if you go back to even Batman the animated series, you could see Freeze in that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, not like the Schwarzenegger Freeze. This is a better.
You talk about the animated series Freeze.
Yeah. So I think he could do that. But again, he's playing a bad guy. I think you see him.
You have to put him as a bad guy. You have to put him as a bad guy. I think out of the ones we named right there, I think Dr. Doom would fit him best. I think he's got a demeanor that for me, as I imagine a Dr. Doom, that would be it. Dr. Doom was very sinister, was very maniacal, was very tactical. And I and so I see that. Professor X, I listen, I don't know what, maybe I'm spoiled with Sir Stewart. I can't see anybody else playing Professor X, unfortunately, at this point in time.
Yeah, even what's his name from the witch, the lion, the wardrobe. What's his name? Oh my goodness, you guys know his name.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, the one who did the younger Professor X. I don't see him as Professor X either. So just so you know,
I
don't see him as a good Professor X. I think he did fine in what he did, but I like Patrick Stewart.
That's the thing. That's what's always hard. Just like we talked about with bringing back the original Avengers. Once you find the right character for any role, the right actor, it's hard to refill the person. It really is.
What about just on a side note? Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to pull him up because I pulled him up. James McCoy.
Yes.
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Yeah, McAvoy. Yeah, because you know what? When I remember him in the movie Split. So I'm like, oh man, what's his name?
Exactly.
And I pulled him up, and I think he can pull it off, though, man. I think he can pull it. I mean, I know he has
done it, but I don't mind it. I'm not saying I mind it, but I just go, if I had my choice, I'd say, nah, I need something else. He doesn't have something else. Yeah, whatever that else is.
So Kenny says the first guy that played Dr. Doom. Do we remember who that was?
I don't remember his name. I can picture him. I don't remember.
Are we talking about the first guy from he played in Charmed? He was the
yes, that's what I'm thinking he's talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember the actor's name right off the top of my head, but yeah. Are we saying that he would play a good Dr. Doom?
Julian McMahon?
That's him. I didn't think he was a great Dr. Doom, so that's just me.
Okay. I don't remember.
I think he fit that movie with those other characters, but as a true Dr. Doom, no.
Okay. So
all right, well, let's get to I got to get to some of these other topics.
Time
slipping away. You guys are talking and chitty chatty. How about the Gray Man? You guys see this, the Gray Man? Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's not sci-fi." It was trending on Netflix. I guess it is for me. Let me just tell you straight on, if you haven't seen it, it's got Ryan Gosling in there from The Notebook. You know this guy. Mm-hmm. And by the way, in some of these scenes, these Rambo scenes where he's like, he has to take his shirt off because of trying to get ready and getting dressed. I'm like, that physique is on him? I don't think so. Not that I remember. So
I've seen him in some other movies. He has that physique.
Really? Okay. Well, I guess if that's what you get paid to do the entire time.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But that was pretty interesting. But the whole movie felt like a C or a B John Wick or a B James Bond or something like that. Like it wasn't cohesive enough for me to go, oh, I'd like to see another one of these. They just missed the mark on just certain things. I watched the film. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was amazing. I thought the storyline was okay. The guy that played the CIA guy, or the chief, the director, or whatever he is.
Yeah, I believe Bob Thornton.
What is his name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
No, not Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, not him.
The other guy that replaced him, or that had him fired.
I know who you're talking about. I'll go keep talking. Yeah. I got you.
But anyway, he plays in Bridgerton, I think, as well. You guys, I know you're big fans of Bridgerton. I get it.
Don't worry, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So, well, you can see it on the banner, on the Netflix banner. Give me a break.
Okay.
It must be good.
He seemed too young and too inexperienced for me to buy him as a real commander type, calling the shot thing. So that for me, I was like, ugh, I didn't like that.
Well, were you talking about Carmichael? His character Carmichael is Regis Page, or you talking about Billy Bob Thornton was Fitzroy?
No, Carmichael. Fitzroy. Yeah. I thought Billy Bob Thornton did fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was him. Then you mentioned, I was like, oh, that is Billy Bob. He aged.
Yeah.
Most people can't see him. It's hard for me to picture him as that character that you just quoted.
Yeah. So it's really weird.
So
Taters.
Magic Mike, I'm gonna step in here if you don't mind. The Russo brothers obviously put this together, right? And I felt like this was kind of like Jim's trying to show like a resume that they can do something outside of Marvel. Now the question is, to your point, did they really succeed? And I gotta tell you, the best part of this movie was the last half hour of this movie, and the reason for it is that it was just action on action on action. It was like a Michael Bay film. Right, yeah. Because the story leading up to it, just like you said, Moose, it wasn't cohesive. It was muddy. It didn't make sense sometimes. Like you sit there, like, why don't you just kill the guy? Like why are we holding on to this guy? Why are we holding on to the girl? I did like Chris Evans as the bad guy.
I thought he was the best part of the whole film. By the way,
yes.
Yeah, in my opinion, he was the best part. He had the great one-liners. And he played pretty good bad guy, but he looked like Captain America playing a bad guy. So
he's always looked like Captain America playing any character.
He was US agent.
Yeah. But what's up with the mustache? What are we, Top Gun bringing all the mustaches back?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as well.
Listen, I'm with you guys. This was not cohesive. Even you said the last 10 minutes or whatever was
half an hour.
Half an hour. I didn't think it was that great because, like Moose said, it felt like a generic John Wick, and that's exactly how I felt watching it. And you don't want to try to do the same thing because some of it was not very believable at all. The things that were happening.
How do you not kill the guy who's handcuffed to a bench? Come on.
Well, there you go. And he's just sitting there so calmly as everything's happening around him.
Well, he was calm throughout the entire movie.
This is true. So you're right.
Yeah. There was no time where you go. As a matter of fact, it was too calm where I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, the guy's not even sweating. He doesn't even sweat. His hair still is good. So I have a problem with that.
Did he get shot? He didn't even look like he's in pain.
Yeah, he got shot a couple times. Yeah, exactly.
So Gray Man, just so you know.
Yes, I was going to say he got stabbed. Yeah.
So Gray Man debuted Friday, July 22nd. So the opening weekend, it racked up 88.55 million viewing hours because it's on Netflix, so you can't tell it. So that was the biggest. That was the biggest for a while. There's one movie that beat that this year. I bet you guys will never guess. It's also a sci-fi action film. That beat the Gray Man.
The Red Notice or whatever it was called.
No, it wasn't even that one.
No, okay.
No, it wasn't that one. It was believe it or not, the Adam Project. Bridgerton.
The Adam Project.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. Wow. How about
so the Adam Project, what we spoke about before with Ryan Reynolds.
The sleeper. Yeah, the sleeper little.
Yeah. So 92.43 million viewing hours. So it did pass that an opening week and lasted in first place for about 3 weeks after that.
Okay.
So man, so it tells you, and I thought it was. Remember when we go back, I didn't think the Adam Project was the best thing. I thought it was kind of
right,
and it was missing some parts.
I actually liked it. Yeah,
I did. Like
it. You guys did like it as well. So yeah, the Gray Man. I mean, I think they put it out at the right time. There's nothing to watch, so you kind of got forced to watch it. The Gray Man. There's no really other movies competing against it. There's nothing in the theaters, so it just got. It just. So got if you want to
watch it. Just know that it's not. I mean, it's a time filler. I'll tell you. I'll say that, and you know. Yeah, you'll go, okay, that was nice. I don't need to see number 2. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Hey, I'll tell you what's a time filler though. Let me tell you what's a time filler.
Come on.
Here we go.
Tales of the Walking Dead.
Oh, that's still on?
Oh,
So this was announced recently at what was it, San Diego Comic-Con? They announced it.
yeah.
Tales of the Walking Dead, and I saw the trailers for it. I was like, I'm pretty interested. I want to see this. Could this revitalize the zombie sensation, right?
You said this is pretty interesting. I want to see this.
Yes,
That's
you
an
did.
amazing-
Absolutely.
I did say that. I did say that.
Unbelievable.
So I went off on the ledge here. I said, I'm gonna watch this. I didn't even tell you guys I was gonna watch it. I said, let me watch it. Surprise this guy. Man, I should have got those time back because I shouldn't have watched it. I was watching it. The first episode has Terry Crews and Olivia Munn. They're co-stars to each other in the first episode, 47-minute episode. And and can I tell you that I can't get past the Old Spice commercial when I see Terry Crews. I just can't. I'm waiting for him to go, yeah, and just kind of like show his muscles all over the place.
Yeah,
anyway,
show me
no, I won't show you. I won't. I'll spare the podcast.
Right. Okay.
But it felt like it didn't age well. It felt very dated. Again, where the zombies were the big thing about Tales of the Walking Dead. They weren't scared of the zombies. They're killing the zombies, no problem, right? And this is and on top of that, the only thing I can think of the whole time I was watching this was what Magic Mike likes to say, the walking drama. And that's what this episode was just drama between him and Olivia Munn, and Terry Crews is looking for some person that he has a love interest with, and the twist is she tries to
let me tell you something. First of all, let me just say that people in real life are scared of lizards, frogs,
mice,
snakes, spiders.
Yep. They go crazy.
Nothing wrong with spiders.
And you're telling me that you see this big old zombie looking thing, and you're like, I could take this. I don't buy it. So they can go back to the zombie being the bad guy.
Well, I haven't seen it, and Moose, I don't think you have either. But when you put in big name characters immediately versus like The Walking Dead when it started out, it's going to be about those characters. Yeah. It's not going to be about the story or about the dead. It's not going to be about them. So that's why you're going to get that drama.
And by the way, every time zombies came out, it was like a horde. They were around. They were always surrounded.
Of course, not one-on-one.
it was always surrounded. So I thought it was very disappointing, and I will not watch the remaining 5 or 6 of them.
I can't believe these guys are still out there and they're able to produce this content still. It's just amazing to me.
It looked dated.
What did it release on, Game God?
I watched it through our normal stuff of what we watch.
Gotcha. Okay. I just know if there's a score added on, a rating on it or anything like that.
Oh yeah, there is. Tomato meter 71.
Okay.
65 on the audience.
We have a special a program and the podcast. We're able to get all of these shows sent to us, and we're able to see these things. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
Well, if we stick with zombies here, if I can,
some of them have cam copies. Magic Mike. So Resident Evil, Magic Mike, you saw this?
Yeah. So I started watching this TV show, this TV series. I think it's 8 episodes. Now there's some cool things about it. There's some things that bring you back to the game. As a matter of fact, there's one particular scene that brings you back to the original game, which is probably the best, scariest part of any game I've ever played, even to this point.
That's the dogs.
That's the dogs coming through the window, through the glass. And so you get that in this. Okay, so you get a couple things, and this just I don't know if you guys want any spoilers or not. But what is this?
Lay it out. You're spoiling nothing. I played the game. I beat it.
What this feels like? It feels like it's the storyline of Wesker. So because we get Wesker in here specifically, and maybe what happens and how things get started a little bit. But they have all the Umbrella stuff in there, so it's okay. But I'll tell you this: if this tells you anything about the show, I'm 6 of 8 episodes in, and I'm still not sure.
Oh man!
So
yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
It's okay, but it's not like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this, I gotta see it. And maybe it is because, like The Walking Dead, maybe it's because we already know everything that's going to happen. We already know kind of the storyline that we've been around for years. I mean, that was PS2 when the first one was released.
Yeah.
No,
what?
PS1.
Yeah.
Sorry, PS1.
PS1 or 2? No, 1.
PS1. Yeah.
It was PS1.
And
yeah.
So it's just
anybody that ever came over to the house, I always put the PS1 on and put Resident Evil, turn out the lights, and said, "Okay, play for 5 minutes in this game."
Yes,
because I want them to get to the hallway of the dogs.
Yes,
that's because all I could do, I wish we had cell phones with video in it, because I not one single person didn't jump out of their pants when they come across this, the dog jumping through the window to come get you. I mean, ooh.
Yeah.
It's just classic sounds, you know. Yeah,
exactly.
I love that. So, but doesn't hold up. You're saying, Magic Mike?
Yeah,
for 6 episodes. Not.
I'm gonna help Magic Mike on this one. Magic Mike, 6 out of 8. You said.
Yeah.
So Rotten Tomato gave it a 53.
Well,
and the audience score gave it a 27. So cut your losses.
So there you go. Well, I mean, I'm already invested now, right? So I gotta finish it out. I got 2 more.
You gotta watch how it ends. I don't know how it ends. Let me watch it.
What are they gonna do?
Oh man, that's crazy. Is
Chris?
Is Resident Evil played out too much? Like, should I take one of my cars and my Hummer and put the Raccoon City skin on it? I mean, is that something I should do?
No,
or no?
No, don't do it.
No.
Because
I think zombies
how about
are
this?
played
We go to a lot of cons. We see it at cons. And we don't even talk to each other about it. We don't go, "Oh, do you see that?" We don't even do that. So
I don't think we even noticed it. We walk by it,
right? He's like, "Oh, was that the right? Was that
what's
the
going on
city?
there? What's going on there?" No, I think zombies are played out. I think zombies are done. I think it's played its path. No one's scared of them anymore. We know how to kill them.
So what about the Marvel zombies? Is that something that we talked about that just a couple of weeks ago? Is that something that's a mistake they're coming out with?
I think I'm done with it. I think it's a one-hit wonder, one episode, boom, you did it, boom, that's it. Good.
I wouldn't even call it a wonder. We just liked it. I wouldn't even call it a wonder, like it was the greatest episode.
Maybe. If you start thinking about the what ifs, maybe.
It's just scary to me that we're that people are actually still doing zombie stuff, period.
Well,
we know some people in the business. We actually know some cosplayers that this is one of the ways they make their living. I was thinking about he doesn't even know we're talking about him tonight. Grimes, Cecil Grimes cosplay. And he's done a fantastic Rick for a really long time. He looked just legitimate like Rick throughout The Walking Dead. His set that he'd display in the cons it was great. And he did well. He did well for a long time. But I think the Rick character has run its course. We know that the sources say that he's going to be back for The Walking Dead at some point in time. The movie that they had for him was canceled. So I think, unfortunately, it's just now people are realizing, oh yeah, I guess we're done with zombies.
Well, I think we are, Moose. And to that, as we were just talking about the Gray Man, some of these other streaming services, are we getting what we pay for? I mean, when we see all these different things coming out, I guess it's constant content. It gives you an opportunity to watch something or see something different or the same, just in a different level. But are we getting what we're paying for? And I've asked that question because, as we just learned, Disney Plus is going to increase their prices along with Hulu and I think ESPN, because they're all part of the same group. So
I read somewhere where they're trying to unload Hulu.
Really?
Yes.
You
I did read that as well.
You might be right, but again, they're still raising the price. So starting December 8th, that's pretty close, pretty soon. They're going to raise Disney Plus from $7.99 to $10.99. $3 more a month.
$3.
Yeah,
it's like a 40% increase.
It's a lot, and so I
math skills are amazing.
So are we getting what we're paying for with these streaming services? I mean, it's a lot, because I know they added, I think it was like just over 14 million in subscribers during their Q3 report. So maybe they're thinking, oh, let's.
I also saw a report that that Netflix lost 100,000 or 100 million subscribers.
Yeah,
I think it was 200 million.
Okay, well, I thought it was 100 million last quarter.
Yeah,
but either way, what is that telling people? What is it telling people? Are people now making a stand saying, "Hey, it's just getting out of hand"? Like it's getting out of hand.
Well, and you said this lots of times, Moose, because you think that you pay more for your streaming services than you ever did for cable, and I think we're going to get there. I think you're right. I think we are going to get there.
I think that at this point, when you look at the streaming services, we won't stop paying for them. I think Netflix.
Think to yourself, buddy.
Well, I say that because Netflix. We've been saying this for the past 2 years. I think I remember starting paying on Netflix $8.
Yeah,
$7.
So, yep.
Yeah, sure.
And there may have been DVDs involved with that, but
Well, Game God, let me just tell you, I have shelved my DVD collection. You know that regular DVD collection. I've shelved it. It's in boxes. It's all put away, but it's not gone. I've shelved all my Blu-ray. I've shelved all of my Blu-ray. And the problem that I have is I may have to bring that back out because I'm not willing. So I'm going to get everything I need on Blu-ray because I'm not willing to continue to pay more prices and more prices. It's no different than anything else. We're not going to talk about gas and food and
right.
goods and all this other stuff out there in the world. But the point is that it's all going up. And at some point in time, you have to say, I can't do it. And I don't know what that point is. I'm just telling you, for a lot of people, they're pulling the trigger going, I just can't do it. And cutting their losses.
No, I'm right there with you, Moose, because I've been, I know we've talked about it over and over again, but I'm really close to canceling a couple of these, and I say really close. It feels like the next decision that's made by any one of these streaming services could cost my business. So
we've been saying this for a while now, and I can tell you, I know for a fact, Moose, you've been saying this for a while, and you've added stuff to your streaming collection. With Peacock and Paramount and whatever.
I understand. Yeah.
So,
but when they start buying each other out, I like that because then I don't think they double the price. So then it's cheaper for me when they combine or buy one another.
Well, when you say buying each other out, HBO Max and Discovery, I think they're trying to merge. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's official. It's just
all have to be approved by the FCC still and things like that.
Correct.
So it's a long ways away, but I'm just saying that at some point in time there will be choices made where you have to go. I can't do Netflix at $23 or $24 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't make sense. Although their software looks good. I forgot the word I'm looking for. User interface. Their UI is good, but at the same time I go, it's probably the best UI that's out there.
Yeah.
But then I just go, I don't know if it's worth that much. How much is Netflix now on the highest plan?
I think it's like $21, right?
Yes, exactly right. It's like 19 and change at this point.
Yeah, Rob in the chat room says the same thing. Hey, look, $20. If it's over that, I'm out. And I agree. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to continue it out.
Yeah,
I guess
pay the cheap mark, $8.99, and it'll be in standard definition.
Listen, would you ever go back to regular HD? I mean, regular standard def SD?
No, man. Listen, when I play 720, my eyes start bleeding. I'm like, what is that?
What is this?
Like I'm watching a cam copy.
Hey,
Jill Wesker?
Yeah. What?
Oh no, that's Chris.
Yeah. This is coming from the same guy who watches Voltron and what was on your list, Game God? I forgot. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. The remake.
Yeah. You go watch that stuff. Oh my goodness! You're like, what is going on?
It looks good in 4K.
No, it doesn't. They don't have it in 4K, buddy.
Anyway. That's aesthetics. That's what I like watching. Aesthetics.
Well. Sad to say, this has been a great podcast. It's our last podcast ever tonight. No, I'm just kidding, Rad.
Oh, hey, Moose, I seen something floating on the internet. We got shirts.
Oh, we do have shirts. And thanks for bringing that up, Game God. Well, we do have shirts. We have a different feed of shirts that came through. We went back and forth on some design models, and so you got to check that out. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out. The new design shirts for Podcast for Sci-Fi. There's a lot of them. You can get Game God's face right on your shirt. Period. Or you can have all three.
It's the number one seller at this point.
I don't know. I don't know if it is. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I'll have to check your figures of that.
Yeah,
Magic Mike, just come to the board meetings. You would have
just check the order there, Moose. See if it got sent in properly.
Hey, I got POs that I can't fill right now.
You got POs. Oh, that's not sales, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah. And for that reason,
I'm out. Listen, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Please share it. And if you want if you want a shirt, that's cool. Just you got to let us know. We don't have a way of ordering the shirts. We do, but we don't have a process yet. So, if you want one, you got to let us know. I know this is Rob telling us in the chat room right now. Yeah, this is me letting you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying
he's like this in front of his computers. Just pointing.
Yeah, this.
Right here. This guy.
There are some cool shirts. They're excellent quality shirts. You'll really like them.
Rob, you'll get one with my face. Don't worry about it. We got you. Number one.
But anyway, thanks for joining us. Please share the podcast. Let us know how you like it. And with that,
I was just leaving. Nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.